Okay guys, this is a little video I wanted to make just to show you how important it is to check connectors and wires before you start throwing parts at cars. I'll be the first one to admit I've learned this lesson the hard way, but this is a 2001 Ford Excursion and I've been working on this thing for about the past hour now. The problem is the AC is intermittent. It works, doesn't work, works, doesn't work. Sometimes it'll work for about an hour, then it'll quit. Other times it'll work for a few minutes and quit. It's completely intermittent. Difficult to diagnose. So what I did was I tested the AC clutch. AC clutch tested good. I checked for power at the connector here going to the AC clutch, and I wasn't getting anything. I had a good ground, but I didn't have power. So I went back, looked through the owner's manual here. I checked the diode. The diode was good. I couldn't find any relay for this thing. So checked the fuse. The fuse was good, and everything's looking good. I'm like, okay, this isn't making any sense. So while the engine was running, I jiggled the connector around here and the wires around for the AC compressor. And every once in a while, it would kind of kick in and out, in and out. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's an electrical issue here with the connector going to the AC clutch. But it wasn't, and I'm going to show you what it was. I looked around on the Ford forums a little bit, and some guys were saying, oh, you might have a bad low side pressure sensor. So I got the AC on, got rear AC on, so this clutch should be engaged full time. This compressor should be running all the time. And it's not. So I, jiggle the wire around here a little bit, pulled on the connector a little bit, checked for voltage, checked for resistance. Everything was looking good, except I didn't have any power to the clutch. So lo and behold, here is your friend and mine, the high pressure sensor right here. Here's your AC compressor. What the AC compressor does is it pulls the refrigerant into the compressor and it compresses it up to like 200 psi at times, 150, 200 psi. This is your high side pressure sensor. It determines whether to kick the compressor on or off depending on pressure reading. So this goes to your condenser. It's cooled in the condenser, runs back here through the dryer, into the evaporator, and back to the compressor, and it repeats itself over and over. So I've got the AC on, engine's running, clutch is hooked up, and watch what happens when I move the wires on this high side pressure sensor here. See that? That is really cool. That's either a bad terminal, a spread terminal inside the connector here, or we got a broken wire inside the insulation somewhere. But look at that. That's just awesome. And what was happening was when I was checking the connector here, it would intermittently kick on and off. Because these two wires, as you can see, are kind of tied in together. And my assumption, what's going on here, is I've done some work on this, like glow plugs, the injector wiring harness, the alternator, several other things. And you see how this connector here is kind of facing up. If you look really close, you can kind of see how that one wire is bent. More than likely, what I'm thinking happened is when I was working on this thing, I was either resting my foot or my leg or something on this connector here, and we probably got a pulled out wire or a broken wire in there. Because as you can see, all it takes is a little push and the compressor kicks in just fine. That's a cool find. That just saved me about $600 compressor there. I was just on my way to work to say, oh, whatever, you know, the heck with it. I'm going to go get an AC compressor. But I thought, nah, before spending that kind of money, I'm going to keep looking here and keep looking. And thanks to the Ford forums pointing me to the direction of these sensors, I jiggled the wire around a little bit, and lo and behold, it starts working. So I'm going to tear this apart and see exactly what's going on. Okay, I found the problem, and looks like I'll be able to just clean it up without getting any parts. I pulled the sensor out here, pulled the little insulation retainer out, pulled the insulation out, and I checked the wires down in there, and everything looked fine. So you can see everything looks good. I checked for possible broken wires where that wire was really bent there, and there wasn't any broken wires. It was all tight. It was all good. But if you flip the connector around here, and I pulled this little retainer out here for the terminals, and if you look close, I don't know if I'll be able to get this on camera or not. I'll do what I can. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of green and white corrosion, and you can see this terminal over here is kind of burnt a little bit as well. It looks burnt almost, but there's corrosion inside this connector, and that's what's causing the intermittent no AC condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the terminals out, clean them up, put some dielectric grease on it, plug the connector back in, and let's see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens. All fixed. And if it does quit working again, I'll probably just put a new connector on it. But hey, that's why you check your connections, folks. Save yourself some money.